Hello and welcome to Siddhi. In the last 3 days, I have gone through all the static GK questions asked in SSC exams of 2025. There are 1025 questions, and I have gone through each of the single questions. We segregated those questions into topics, subtopics, and I am extremely happy to share you that we cracked the code of static GK questions. We noticed the patterns in topics and patterns even in subtopics also, and I'm extremely happy and I'm very excited to share this with you all. And this video also has two giveaways of Siddhi GS course, but I don't want to waste time in discussing about it. I want to talk more about static GK. So the giveaway details I'll talk to you at the end. Let's start with static GK. As I told you, we have gone through all 1025 questions and we have segregated them and we divided them into topic wise. These are topic wise questions and the topic wise numbers asked. The analysis starts just here, it doesn't end. So the first step is sports current affairs. There are highest number of questions. Books and authors, sports rules, reports indices, appointments, festivals, fairs, folk dance, classical music, folk music, classical dance, etc. These are the topics and these are the numbers. Till here, it is Mamuli Zindagi, that is counting the number of questions and telling the priority areas. But now let's talk about the Mentos Wala Zindagi. That is, I have come up with a matrix to tell you what are the priority areas. See, usually what happens is priority areas are decided based on the numbers. But for static GK, if we go by mere numbers, it becomes very difficult for us to study because in static GK, there are certain topics where there is no scope. For example, you take topics such as sports current affairs. There are maximum number of questions from it, but sports current affairs is so vast that it is humanly impossible to cover everything. So I personally designed a matrix where on one side I have taken the number of questions and on the other side of the matrix I have taken the finiteness, that is the limited amount of syllabus. Can I study this topic based on the PYQs? Is it limited? Is it semi-limited? That is there a PYQ recurrence that is there, or is it infinite? So I divided the topics in this manner. In the first thing, that is high priority, finite, there are no questions. Whereas in high priority, semi-finite, that is you can still study them from PYQs, you have books and authors, and open-ended topic, it is sports current affairs, because SSC is being so stupid that they're asking questions from 2024, 2023, 2025. So randomly they're asking questions on sports current affairs and sports events. Then in medium numbers you have sports rules, festivals, fairs and folk dances. And then in low frequency you have topics like classical music, classical dance, etc. So considering the number of questions that are being asked and the quantity of syllabus that you need to study to handle a question, we have come up with the priority areas. The syllabus, we are dividing it into three parts: heavy priority, moderate priority and light priority ones. Heavy priority, you have books and authors, sports rules, festivals and fairs, folk dances. This is highest priority, and within this also, sports rules is extremely important, highest priority, because the double Mentos Zindagi is there in sports rules. I have counted all the questions of sports rules and I've gone through the questions. There are 7 sports, just 7 sports, from which 75 plus percentage of the questions are being asked. Watch the video till the end, I'll tell you what they are. So the highest priority is books and authors, sports rules, festivals and fairs, folk dances. This is first part. Once you complete revising them, then you come up to the second priority topics: sports current affairs, reports and indices, appointments, famous sports personalities, classical music and classical dance. Of these topics, priority, give it to reports and indices. After you complete reports and indices based on the PYQs, then you go for classical music and classical dances. Last is sports current affairs, even in medium priority also. So though there are more number of questions from sports current affairs, please don't run behind pure sports current affairs. The other topics are also important. Then the lighter priority topics, folk musics, and then important people in news, persons in news, awards, etc. It is really hard to cover all of them. So you can stick to only the famous ones. So this is the priority order. But again, the analysis does not stop here. It is just at the start. The very interesting part is, what should I study in sports rules? How do I study books and others? So that part, let us have a talk. First thing is sports rules. In sports rules, of all the questions from the sports of athletics, basketball, chess, kabaddi, judo, cricket, these sports together, there are 70% of the questions. And you add football here, it goes to more than 80% of the questions. So there are 7 sports, you learn all the rules, the terminologies of all these sports. That is more than enough. You are most likely to handle any kind of sports rules questions. Now books and authors. See, in books and authors, SSC came up with a change, and I want you all to know the change and prepare for the change. The change is, earlier they used to ask you only book and the corresponding author, winner and the corresponding author. But now they are asking, what is the theme of the book? What is the tone of the author? What does the book want to convey? Doesn't mean you have to read all the books. You should know what the book is about. So that is one thing. The change that is there in books and authors is about the type of questions. Now patterns. In that, there are certain standard set of writers. For example, Booker Prize winners, International Booker Prize, Pulitzer Prize. So award winners, English fiction, Nobel in literature. So those kind of writings, their write-ups, their books, they are asking. This is a highly PYQ based topic. So you can refer to the PYQ ebook. You can see all the authors that are mentioned, the books that are mentioned, and you can prepare this topic accordingly. Next topic is folk dances. Very interesting thing that I have noticed in folk dances is, there are 8 states. All the dances of these 8 states comprised of around 70% of all the folk dances. Folk dances of Gujarat, Himachal Pradesh, Kashmir, Tripura, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, UP and Odisha. So these are around 70%. So you must study these. For this, you take up a state and you prepare the folk dances. And when you are preparing the folk dances, even there, please don't restrict yourself to folk dance type and state name. The days are gone. They are asking, what is the theme of this dance? What people wear? On what occasion they do this dance? So they are asking you the type of dance and what happens there as well. So you are expected to prepare accordingly. Next is fairs and festivals. In fairs and festivals, the other very interesting thing is, out of all the fairs and festivals questions, 70% of fairs and festivals questions are from northeastern tribal festivals. So folk dances, they are focusing on an 8-state cluster, and fairs and festivals, they are focusing on northeast fairs, northeast festivals, etc. That is the focus area. Now the next part, that is, what about the moderate topics? See, moderate topics, the maximum number of questions are from sports current affairs. In sports current affairs, it is practically impossible for us to learn every sport current affair, every winner, etc. etc. It is really difficult to understand. Rather, what you can do is, you pick up national games that happened in the last 1 year, stick to a time frame of 1 year. I do agree, if you stick to the time frame of 1 year, you might lose certain questions. But in static GK, you need to understand, you should be ready to leave certain questions. You should know what battles to pick up. There is no point of running behind every single question and you end up not revising the core topics such as history, geography, polity, etc. So stick to 1 year, pick up national games, Olympics, and the first silver medal of this game, first bronze medal of this game. These kind of personalities, you focus on sports current affairs. In reports and indices, again, there is one important thing that you have to know. In 2025, they did not restrict themselves to asking who publishes this report. The questions are, what is the purpose of this report? What are the parameters? What is the methodology? So in reports and indices, you pick up PYQ ebook, you pick up those reports and you prepare, you practice those reports in a bit of detailed manner. And for this, I have taken a comprehensive class in GS Astra series. You can refer to the class and you can use the notes. That is more than enough for you to handle reports and indices. Next is appointments. Even in appointments also, more than 60 to 70% of appointments are based on constitutional body heads, bodies such as UPSC, etc. constitutional bodies, chief justices of India and various states, then cabinet ministries or bureaucratic officers, defense secretary, sports secretary, these kind of secretaries. This is where they are focusing on appointments. So you can stick here or you can restrict your appointment based preparation to this particular area. You can handle appointments effectively. Next is about the famous sports personalities. So in this part also, focus on first silver, first bronze medal, etc. Focus there. That is more than enough. So this is all about the most important topics. But here comes the most interesting part of the video. See, my responsibility doesn't stop at telling you what are the important topics, what are the priority topics. No, I don't want to stop there. I want to start there. But where do I want to stop? I want to teach you all these things. And that is exactly what I am planning to do from 2nd of August, 9 o'clock AM on this YouTube channel. August 2nd, 9 AM onwards on Siddhi's YouTube channel, live sessions, we are starting Static GK Kavach series. And in this series, I will help you handle all the static GK questions so that you can handle your static GK questions of 2026 paper very effectively. All these will be live sessions and we will learn them through the questions. The reason is, if you see a question, if you understand a topic through a question, you will remember it very effectively, and having exam in the next 45 days, learning through questions is the right approach. So remember, 2nd August, 9 AM onwards, we will have Static GK Kavach series where I will help you handle all the static GK questions that you're going to have in 2026. But before that, there is one more thing that I want to do. That is, I want to compare this analysis of 2025 papers with the GD papers of 2026, refine it, and then come up with the series. So I am not giving you the schedule of the series in this video, but in the next 2 to 3 days, I will complete the GD paper analysis also. Let us compare 2025 papers and 2026 papers, come to a final conclusion, and there I will give you the series schedule of Kavach, and based on the schedule, let us complete static GK together. Now is the time for me to talk about giveaway. See, at Siddhi, I have a GS course that I am teaching. The course is not completed yet, I do agree, but I am doing this GS course in a very comprehensive manner. I am so happy about the GS course notes that if you have attended the polity classes, in elections, I have shown you a topic of Uttara Merur based some inscriptions. And in the latest NCERT that I have seen a couple of days ago, I saw the same example in the new NCERT. So I'm really happy that my GS course is future ready, and 2 seats of the same GS course I am giving away as a part of this video. And how do you get it? Simple. In the first 1 hour after publication of this video, you need to like this video, comment on this. I'm completely open to take feedback, so you can share any kind of comment that you feel like it has to reach to me, and I will read all the comments that are posted in the first 1 hour. So like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hype this video. So after 1 hour is done, we will give you a giveaway, and see you all in the next video where we will compare 2025 papers with the 2026 and start our Kavach series. Siddhi to sadhiddham.